The caged sequence. I'm going to show the caged chords, the shapes, as they spell the word caged and go towards the body of the guitar from the tuning keys. And you can do this with any key, but I'm going to show it in the key of C. First, let me define the chord shapes I'm going to use. Instead of this C, I'm going to use this C fingering. So this is what the reason why I'm going to change these fingerings is you can't have open strings when you move up the neck. So I call this the check mark chord. Here's the little part of the check mark, and then there's the long part. Little part, long part. Alright. A, bar chord, you'll see that in the bar chord section. First finger's barring all those strings down there. And you can use your third finger or your pinky. The primary goal is to hold down bunnies get drunk. And then we have the G chord, which is just like the C chord. You're going to pinky, third. Except for it looks like a hockey stick, I think. You got that long way going and then that bar. So that's the difference. That's why C and G are the same chord. The reason why you had that little check mark there is because of the way the G and B strings are tuned. That doesn't happen between when you start on that lower root there, lower E string. Same thing though. So we got C, A, G, E. Instead of second and third finger on E Dynamite, the chunk, use your third and fourth on the chunk. Your second finger will be on the G string, and then your first finger is open for the bar. And I always say to practice all these bar chords with, I call it in open position, because the nut gives you a chance to try and really stretch out and make the chord form, and it usually sounds good. But the true test is to scoot it up one fret and see if it works. And then you just keep working on that mold until it rings. There's the E shape moved up one fret. Okay, in the D chord, I do a truncated version of that. So here I hold down the root D. There's the fifth on the G string, and then on the bunny string there. So here's the caged sequence going up in the key of C. That's the C shape. Look where your pinky's at. We're spelling cage, so we go to the A shape. You can do that fingering, bunnies get drunk. That's what you want to hold down. Okay, your next point is to replace your third or fourth finger. Put your first finger in the place of that. Make the G shape. Remember, the shape starts on the lowest E string. C shape starts on the lowest A string. They're basically the same type of chord. Notice this too, where C is and A, they both share the same root on the same string. Okay, now we got G and E. Same thing with G and E. The lowest root is shared on the lowest E string there. So here I have my pinky on it, here I have my first. And then the sort of odd truncated one here is, while I'm making this bar version of E, look where your pinky's at. It's on the D string. Put your first finger there. Root, fifth. So Dynamite, good. And then here, bunnies. And now I'm going to build this C shape backwards. So from that pinky there on the B string, put my second finger, and now on the G string, my first finger, there's the little part of the check mark, and then here's the large part of the check mark. G string, D string. That's hard to see. It's hard to play on this guitar too. So, caged sequence. Oops. Well, I'll start here with this. You could do it with this one though. C, A, G, E, D. There's two sheets I like you to look at. The caged full neck form sheet, and then the one that has just the chords written on it, and just draw a diagram for what connects to what. Okay, that's my first video on the caged sequence.